Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Olga. I'm the Asia Pacific trainer here at Yes Supply, and I am joined today by our incredible student, Rain. Rain has recently graduated from the Yes Supply program, so she's here to chat to us a little bit about her experience, also to let us know about what she's up to and what she's planning to do. So I'm very excited to have you here, my love. Thank you so much for joining us and me. How about you give us just a little brief introduction about you? Whatever you want to share is just perfect.
Yeah, so I'm a success coach. I focus on the areas of love and money, and I'm so grateful to Yes Supply because I had started doing a little bit of coaching beforehand. Um, but this just gave me so many more tools, and I'm already seeing so many fantastic transformations in my clients. So
Oh, I
I'm
love
really
that.
happy.
I love that.
hmm
You're an amazing coach. I had the privilege of training you in one of our cohorts, and it was incredible to watch your growth and evolution over the time we spent together. Why don't you tell us a little bit about where you were at the point before you joined the Yes Supply method? Like, what were you feeling? What were you experiencing at that point?
Yeah, so I knew I was starting a coaching business. I had was working with some pro bono clients just for free, just to start getting in there because I had already people coming to me asking me, how did you do this? How did you do that? So I was like, well, let me start coaching. And I had some experience. I was already a breathwork and meditation coach, but really getting into the nitty-gritty of the subconscious was something I didn't have the tools for. So I felt almost as if I would be doing people a disservice, and I didn't have as much confidence as I have now, graduating Yes Supply. And now it's phenomenal. So
I love
the
that.
difference, yeah.
I love that. So, what was your coaching like before you found the Yes Supply method?
I really only could focus on the nervous system because that's what I had been trained in. So I could help you, regulate your nervous system with breath work, get back into the parasympathetic nervous system. I had a lot of experience with like subliminals and affirmations, but I didn't understand the science of it. So it's kind of like shooting in the dark. It
Right.
still helped people, but it wasn't as pinpoint to their personalized success as it is now. So it was more before I really could only help with the nervous system.
Yeah, okay. What makes you so
hmm
passionate about coaching?
Oh my gosh, the fact that it changed my life. It changed my life. I had now three really good coaches in my life that changed the trajectory of my life entirely because nobody can see their own blind spots. Nobody can see their own blind spots. And when you have a coach that's really rooting for you and gives you the space to connect back to yourself, it is the most life-changing thing in the world. And because I was gifted it and I was so passionate about learning more, I decided, hey, I need to gift this to the world. And I believe everybody should at least know a coach, or if not, learn these tools, even if you don't plan on being a coach yourself, because it can change your own life.
Yeah, I agree. That's what got me into coaching as well. Just it changed my life completely. And I think Reese always says that, there should be a yes supply method coach in every household. And I actually couldn't agree more because like I share these tools like not only with my clients, but also with my kids. And the changes
Mhm.
in our whole lives are just mind blowing. So I really love that you wanted to gift that to others. So that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So, what made you make the decision? Okay, I'm signing up to this. I'm investing in myself. I'm going next level. What was that turning point for you?
Yeah, that's a good question because it is a decent investment.
Hmm.
But I got onto Yes Supply's Instagram and I really appreciated how much there was an emphasis on the science of everything. There was an emphasis on these are the tools. This tool is for this problem, and how simple it sounded. It didn't sound so out of reach, like I was going to have to go to school for 20 years and then maybe I could start teaching or learning it myself. And it seemed like a lot of fun. And I went on the website and saw the reviews. I actually saw reviews of Marley Rose, and I think she was in your cohort, which made me want to join your cohort. And I said, and I listened to you a little bit. You had a couple of videos on the website. And I said, oh my gosh, I need to be in this energy. And it was more than just the tools. It really was the energy of the community too that was drawing me in. And I'm still really close friends with about three or four of the girls from that group. I'm so grateful for it.
I love it. And I say it all the time, and I don't care how repetitive I am, but I don't know what's in the water at Yes Supply, but we actually just attract the most like-minded, most incredible humans on the planet. Like the community is mind-blowing. Did you really found that too?
Oh my goodness. Yes, there's two of them I text almost every day. We're always there for each other. We still gift each other sessions like, hey, I'm having a block with this. We're still in each other's lives. And there's other people that we're just rooting each other on. Even on just social media, we're always interacting with each other. And it was the most nurturing, supportive place. I never felt nervous, even doing some of the more quote unquote scary techniques that I felt like, oh my gosh, this is completely new. Never felt nervous doing it with each other. It was really welcoming, and it was a really nice safe space.
Yeah. I love that you say that because I remember when I first joined the Yes Supply method, I thought subconscious mind, like, am I going to become like a brain surgeon? What am I doing? Rewiring people's brains. It sounded big and it sounded it did sound scary because me and
Yeah.
science, I never really enjoyed science at school. Maybe just mixing chemicals wasn't really my thing. I'm not sure. But it was scary. But then when I joined the Yes Supply method and I found out how simple it was to execute the techniques and they were just fully backed by science, I fell so much in love with them and just the transformation that I witnessed, not only in the students, but in the clients and myself. It was just mind
Yeah.
blowing. Did you feel any way like that at all?
Yeah, that's a good point too. And I didn't even think to mention that, but absolutely. So while we were learning these tools, we were actually going through transformations because we were using these tools on each other. And like you said, they're science based. So even if we're doing it just for practice, we're actually getting in there and rewiring things. I became a completely different person at the end of Yes Supply, just in my personal life. And yeah, it was just going back and forth as we had our practice sessions. It was so amazing. And yes, you're right too. It gave me the confidence like, hey, these are science-backed tools. It's not just some, cord cutting or woo-woo stuff, even though I like that too.
I
But
love
it
woo
gave
woo.
me, I do, but it gave me that extra. It gave me that extra and just another tool, an entire new tool belt.
Oh,
So yeah, but it really did transform as we were going through it in such an incredible way. And we still talk about that. Like, isn't that amazing? Just practicing changed each other's lives.
right. Yeah. It's definitely
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts of
Yeah.
being a trainer, like watching the students come in a little bit nervous about, oh my goodness, I have to practice this on another human. And then coming out of those breakout rooms with the biggest smiles on their faces, just having felt that transformation themselves. Like it's the best thing in the world, really. What was your favorite part of the supply method? What did you enjoy the most?
I love what you just said too. I love how in the first session, I think our first welcome session, we were all so quiet and just kind of like, what are we doing? And you're like, well, you guys will warm up. Don't worry, it'll get easier, whatever. And we're like, okay. And then as we went on, we gained so much confidence. So it was nice watching each other gain confidence. I saw a few of the girls just feel completely just powerful and ready to guide people, and they held such beautiful space. And then I also got the reinforcement like, hey Rain, you held beautiful space for us, and that gave me the confidence to go out there and really shout this from the rooftop. And what I think is beautiful about that is when you don't shout about these tools from the rooftop, you're actually doing the whole world a disservice because this whole world can use these tools. And so getting that confidence, if each of us, how many, I don't know, 15 of us or so, 12 of us,
Yeah.
now there's all of us talking about it. I talked to one girl, she didn't want to be a coach, but she learned all of these tools, and she holds nights, like group nights with her friends, just using these tools on each other. And it's just,
Wow.
isn't that so beautiful? So just
Yeah.
watching that and knowing that this is getting spread everywhere and just feeling that internal confidence and peace about it, that
Yeah.
was my favorite part.
Yeah. It's definitely one of
Yeah.
the things I hear all the time. It's why didn't we learn this at school?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Imagine we knew this stuff when we were at school.
Yeah, I'm actually working with somebody here in my city. We want to find a way to get this to kids, whether it's kids who are in the system and they're about to age
Okay.
out, or however we can do it, or train teachers who are open to alternative teachings. Because you're right. I love that you said that you teach this to your children, because imagine this would change the entire world forever.
Oh my goodness. So what's your favorite technique? What's one that you use all the time? Maybe you've incorporated into daily life. What did you learn
Oh
that
my gosh.
you
One of the ones I love the most, it's not daily, but it is. whenever I need to shift, which, when you're doing something big, it can be a little more often. And it was my least favorite in the Yes Supply method when we were doing it, but it's the swish technique. It's the swish technique. I couldn't stand it. I thought it was so like just jolting, but now it's such a powerful technique. I love it. And I definitely use the hypnosis on a daily basis. That's one I do use every single night.
Yeah, sushi is one of my favorite too, because I'm a firm believer that that identity, that embodiment is the shift between the rewiring, the healing, the
Mm-hmm.
fixing,
Mm-hmm.
embodiment results. Like I'm a firm believer that that embodiment piece is so important.
Yeah, because you can stay stuck in your mind, but what about your reality, right? So
I love
absolutely.
that. So, how do you feel the Yes Supply method is going to help you create your yes life, become that successful coach, be the embodiment of that successful coach?
Honestly, Olga, I'm certified in many, many things, and now including what is in Yes Supply. And I truly believe these techniques are some of the most powerful in my toolkit. So I could pick one of the techniques, like maybe NEE or even Swish or EFT, and go around my community and change the entire community. So knowing that I have these tools lets me stand really, really firm on what I'm doing, and it allows me to just be so confident and so proud about it. And it's more even than internal confidence and pride. It's just, it feels so good knowing that I have things that will actually change people's lives.
I
It
love
feels so good. So it makes me feel even happier about what I'm doing, which makes me be able to go do it more.
I really love that. So, what was the biggest mindset shift you had to make to be so
Mm.
focused and so passionate to aim for this incredible success?
It's interesting that joining Yes Supply is what got me out of this mindset. So I had an eternal student mindset. Like, I'm just a student. There's no way I can be the teacher. There's no way I can be the professional or the coach. So going in, not knowing that I was about to rewire that entire thing, I was just excited to learn more tools. So that was
Mhm.
the biggest shift. It literally jolted me out of that because you have so many extra calls you can join and extra challenges you can join that are included with learning the methods, that those helped so much. Because when you're on those calls, you're one-on-one with you're one-on-one with a few of the other coaches, not one-on-one but like 3 to 1. You're in a small group session, and these coaches really get in there and they're like, hey, so this is what you want, you need to embody this. Are you doing your affirmations? Are you doing your do you want to do a swish technique right now with everyone? It was like, oh my gosh, that really forced me out of that. I will never be able to help anybody or teach anybody, but I can keep learning. And now it's like, oh my gosh, of course I'm going to be teaching these things. Of course I'm sharing this with everyone that I know. And of course I can be an expert at this and share it. So that was the biggest, and that wasn't even one I saw coming. I thought it would be something like, I don't know, a love block or something. It was so much more.
You absolutely ooze passion.
Oh,
What do you love?
yeah.
What do you love most about what you do?
Well, that's a good question. I love that it's the gift that keeps on giving. I firmly believe that we are all so connected. And it's as I help the other, it helps me. And as I help me, it helps the other. And it's this eternal, beautiful loop. And it's like every single person that I have the privilege of working with, it's like you just see that ripple effect everywhere. And that just makes me feel so good. It makes me so happy.
That is so beautiful. So, what does the newest version of your yes look like? What goals are you going for next?
The next goals. So the current Yes Life I'm stepping into, well, I am creating a membership that people can join. I'll have all of my nervous system tools, live group sessions, monthly intention settings. Like, it's going to be so powerful, so full of community, exactly what I was looking for in the beginning of my journey. And they'll have this library forever. So it's going to be a membership with that. And I want to start speaking around my city empowering people, giving them a few tools that they can take with them, because I live in a big city. It's a lot of hustle and bustle. And I want to show people how they can still stay connected to themselves. So those are the two things: speaking engagements and memberships. And let's see what else is next.
And I just know in my bones you're going to be wildly successful. I'm so excited for you. I'm so
Thank you.
excited
Thank
for
you
you.
so much.
What would you tell someone who's thinking about following their calling and getting into coaching? What would your advice for them be?
Start before you feel you're ready. Just start. Take one step in desire and one step in gratitude, one step in desire, one step in gratitude, and really hook up with Yes Supply or a specific coach, whatever you need. Get yourself the reinforcement that you need while you solidify that this is your new reality. Because if you have that calling in you that you want to be a coach, whatever type of coach, you have that calling, that means the world has a space for you. The world is needing you there, and it's already done for you. So now we just need to take those steps, and I 1000% recommend the Yes Supply method if people are thinking that might be the way for them to go.
I really appreciate that because I personally remember like stalking Reese for ages, not fully understanding everything, but I just loved her energy. I loved all the things she was
Mhm.
sharing, and it is scary, isn't it? Like when you say, "I'm going to do this. I'm going to become a coach. I'm going to invest in myself."
Mhm.
What would you say to someone sitting on that fence let's get ready to take that one step forward, but like I don't know what I'm doing? What would you say?
Clarity comes with action. You got to just step forward. Step forward. The universe will revolve itself around your aim. So once you decide, okay, I want to be a coach, take the next best step you can think of. And Yes Supply is not a step you will regret, because you'll have community, you'll have multiple coaches at your fingertips, you'll have exercises and so many tools that will be with you for the rest of your life, no matter what. So
Oh, I
just
love
do it.
that.
Just take the step.
Thank you, Rain. I love that. Okay, so final question. And I say this in every cohort, right, on graduation day. When you think about who you were at the beginning of the time you started at the Yes Supply method and who you were when you finished, and you can zoom out of that and have a look at that growth.
Mm.
What's the trajectory of your life look like now? Where are you going?
The difference is it's phenomenal. I really was kind of shooting in the dark. Like you just said, I really was nervous. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know if this was the right step. I wasn't exactly sure, but I had a feeling, like I had just a little inkling of this could be good. I followed that, and I'm so grateful that I did, because it did change the trajectory of my life entirely. Now I know exactly, with clarity, with complete clarity, what I want to give to the world, what my best gifts are to share with the world. And it's amazing, because once I started, everything started opening up, everything started to make sense. So that's the biggest difference. When I came in, I didn't have any clarity. I wasn't really sure. I knew kind of I wanted to be a coach, but I didn't know exactly what that looked like, what that meant, and how it would feel inside. And now I have complete clarity, and that clarity is guidance. It gives you the exact next steps every step of the way. So that changed my entire life.
And I'm so grateful that you listened to your intuition and that I got to work with you and that you chose to be in my cohort. Very, very honored because honestly, watching your transformation was magical. It was beautiful. And I just want to
Thank
thank
you,
you for
Olga.
joining me today. I really appreciate you sharing a little bit about your journey with us. I am so excited to see the magic you will create. Like I just know. So congratulations, and very much looking forward to seeing what you create.
Thank you, Olga. I loved being in your cohort. Thank you for holding such sweet space for us and always being there, literally always being there for us. Thank you so much.
Oh, easiest, best job in the world. Thank you. So if anybody would like to connect with Rain on her socials and her websites, all the details will be somewhere in the description box somewhere along this video. And if you wanted to join the Yes Supply method, there's also a link. You can also chat to one of our team members to figure out if it is right for you, and maybe they can map out a roadmap for you to figure out how you can get to your goals. Thank you again so much for joining me, my love. I wish you every success in the universe, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you, everybody.
so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, my love.